Yo, what up, YouTube? It's day 5 of the Kratom Taper. Day 5. Um, Not much to share. I mean, I'm still tapering. Like, let's see, it's Tuesday, what the hell is it? The 10th or something. And let's see, I went from 30 grams to 25 to 25 to 24, and tonight I'll do 23, and tomorrow I'll do 22, and then Thursday I'll do 21, and then Friday I'll do 20. And so far I haven't really felt much of a difference between like 30 and 24, I guess is what I did yesterday, but I guess maybe I'll feel something tomorrow. Got a little tired in the afternoons. Like, dude, I feel like that normally anyways, though. I felt like that when I was off Kratom, before I started taking Kratom. I just hit a wall in the afternoons. It's the way it is. But something I wanted to share because this actually worked for me earlier. As far as like supplementation goes, obviously drinking water is like the best thing you can do for energy. But I went to the sorry, I went to the vitamin shop here where I'm at. I'm out of town, but I went to the vitamin shop here, and I found this couple supplements that actually help my energy in the afternoon today. I'm gonna keep taking them. Done a little bit of research on them, but the first one is called NAC. N is in Nico or whatever. NAC. Um, and I know that NAC has been widely studied. It's very good for you. It's good for your liver. It's good for your immune system. I think it's like, really good to pair that with vitamin C. So I took some NAC, and then I also found this supplement called L-tyrosine, Tyrosine. And I've heard about L-tyrosine before. I've been into nootropics and stuff for a lot of my life. I just like having being able to take supplements that help with brain fog and stuff like that, because I usually get that pretty bad. I'm ADHD like crazy, so something that can kind of slow me down a little bit, help me focus. And so I know L-tyrosine is sometimes the one of the main ingredients in some of these nootropics that you'll get from like vitamin stores, right? And anyway, so I took those two together, and I actually felt really good. Like about an hour later, maybe even less than an hour later, I had energy. I was wanting to get up and do something. Like, it kind of gave me just a little bit of physical energy. I haven't been feeling great. I know I'm a little pale and everything, and I was sick last week, and I don't know if that's because I'm tapering on Kratom or if because I'm taking Kratom. I mean, taking Kratom makes me look pale and just makes me look like shit overall, honestly. But I might be like still getting sick or getting a new sickness. I don't really know. But anyways, I wanted to share that with y'all. If y'all are tapering and you're just having a hard time in the afternoons or any part of the day, I start just feeling not necessarily crazy withdrawals, just a little bit of ickiness as the doses, it kind of comes up to that dosing time. But I recommend checking out NAC, L-tyrosine, and adding that to your regimen. I think it's good to take vitamin C. I think it's good to take fish oil, omega-3s. It's good to take vitamin Bs, along with those two that I mentioned. So, obviously there's other vitamins you should be taking too. D3, K2, there's all kinds of good stuff. But I'm really trying to get my body healthy as I can, again. And I was doing really good there before I relapsed. But I'm just trying to get, I guess, in the best position I possibly can before I make the jump in April. If God willing, that's when I can do it. Love to do it earlier, but I do, honestly, part of me is actually just curious. Like, I'm actually really curious to how well a taper actually works. Like, if I just jump off because I'm impatient, I don't actually know if a taper works that well. But if I actually stick with it and taper to like, single digit grams per day, down to a low dosage per day, well, then I actually have some perspective of, oh, okay, tapering, it works, or tapering, it doesn't work, it wasn't worth it, or I did it wrong, or I did it right. I'm very curious, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I read stuff on, I read the Quitting Kratom subreddit a lot. I just like to hear people's stories. I like to get advice on there for different things. That community's great. But I hear a lot of people talk about tapering, and it seems like a lot of people that successfully stick with it, they say that it does help them quite a bit when they make the jump. Now, I fully expect to have withdrawals when I eventually quit. I also fully expect to have long post acute withdrawals. It seems to me like post acute withdrawals are more determined by how long you've been using rather than maybe how much you've been using. And I could be wrong about that, but that just seems to be the recurring. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but people that I've watched that talk about tapering and they've gone through other drug withdrawals, but they talk about tapering. It takes longer than cold turkey, and you get longer post acute withdrawals and whatever. In my opinion, and this is just me, I would rather deal with the longer post acute withdrawals. I say that now. I mean, when I'm in them, maybe I'll change my mind. But the really vicious cold turkey acute withdrawals are just really, really hard to deal with sometimes. I mean, I pretty much I couldn't really function very well during those first few days. If I can just kind of flatten that out and make that less severe to where I could actually work, yeah, I won't be feeling good, obviously, and whatever. But if I could still even work and not just be completely out for the count, I think it'd be worth it. I think it'd be worth it to stick to a taper. But the first part of my taper plan, I pretty much have I think it's going to be no problem. I should be able to get down to 20 by Friday. I'll probably stay there for a couple days. If I'm still feeling great, we're going to start dropping it down to sub 20s. Maybe I could even get to 15 by the next Friday. I would be pretty stoked if I could do that and not feel absolutely horrible. But like I said, guys, I just don't really know that much. Never tapered before. Never. And I was always just like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit less. But then I'd have a day where it's like, nah, I just kind of want to feel good today. And then I just freaking take a bunch. And it's like, if you're not going to just stick to it, what's the point? And I actually had a temptation to do that today. It wasn't super bad or anything, but it was just kind of like, it'd be nice to have it. I was tired, right? It'd be nice to have a nice energy boost and take some of those shots I like. And I was like, hell no. No. Nope, I don't want to prolong this any longer than I have to. So I think my plan is let's get to 20 by Friday. I'll take 20 on Friday, 20 on Saturday, 20 on Sunday, and then next week, if I'm feeling good, maybe even Sunday if I'm feeling good, I'll drop it down to 19. Then I'll probably, after a couple days go 18, maybe, because this week I've just been dropping it by 1 every day. I've just been dropping a gram every day. Last night I slept really good. Didn't have any issues with sleep. But I am taking more at night, and I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but it's what I'm doing, and I'm just going to keep doing it because, if anything, it's a little bit easier to deal with if you start feeling a little withdrawally. It's easier to deal with it during the day when you're busy. You just get busy, you just move around, work, whatever. But at night when you toss and turn and you can't sleep, it's like shit. You got to get sleep, especially when you got to function. You gotta get that sleep, man. But man, that'd be awesome to be at 15 grams by week after Friday. Because I really want to get to 10. But I can't go to 10 right now. I think I just might as well rip the Band-Aid off at that point. I don't know, but I definitely think it is working because I do notice that the doses that I do take, I feel. And when I was doing kratom extracts and stuff, if I was to take plain leaf kratom, unless I took a bunch of it, I really didn't feel it. It just make me feel normal or tired. If I took a ton of it, I would feel it a little bit. But I think those extract shots, man, they just really jack your tolerance up. And you try to go to plain leaf kratom, and it took me a few days to get used to plain leaf kratom again, but it really wasn't that bad, honestly. So if you were like me and you loved them extracts, man, because they get you nice and stoned, try to switch to plain leaf, I guess, if you want to taper, unless you just want to go cold turkey. I've done that. Just be prepared for what's ahead. But my plan is mid-April. I've started ordering all my supplements, right? I got to re-up on my GABA. I got a bunch of vitamin C coming to the house, liposomal vitamin C, however they say it. Augmentine sulfate, got some ashwagandha, CBD. Actually, I don't have the CBD yet, but I'm going to get it. I am going to get it. I'm going to get some. I got my vitamin B, my zinc, all my vitamins I got already. And I'm going to try this NAC and this L-tyrosine during the day. And hopefully that goes good. And then I need to get some black seed oil. I did not use that last time, but there are people out there that swear by it. So I don't know. If some of that stuff might be placebo, guys, but you know what? Placebo still works. So if you think it's helping you, it probably is, right? So yeah, I'm the type of guy when I make the jump, like, let's just get in survival mode. I'm going to take a bunch of vitamins, a bunch of crap, not be stupid with it, but I don't know, maybe that's addict behavior, honestly. Just take a bunch of shit and feel better, right? But I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just excited to get back to the other side again and recovery. I can at least this time be a little bit more prepared for the post-acute withdrawals. I know I go back and watch some of my videos and I kind of laugh at myself, like, you had no idea what was coming. Like I was on Pink Cloud on the third week or second week and talking about, oh, my sleep's back, I can focus and this and that. And I'm just thinking, like, you have no idea what's coming after that, man, because that fourth week was pretty brutal as far as that depression and anhedonia and all that. Fifth week was pretty brutal. I mean, there was a good solid half month or so, maybe even longer there, where like you were just smack dab in them post acutes, man. But this time I think I'm going to be able to anticipate that better. The approach will be the same, right? Exercise, diet, drink lots of water, talk to people, get involved in the community and church, be busy. That's how you beat them post acutes. But like I said, I'll take post-acutes any day over the acutes, man. At least when I'm in post-acute withdrawals, I can sit in a chair. At least I can sit down. When I'm in acute withdrawal, I can't even sit down. My ADHD gets absolutely out of control when I'm in that cold turkey withdrawal. It's like I can't. My thoughts race so fast. It's very weird. I've even thought about, like, well, maybe like a low. I don't know if I'll do this, but I thought about, like, people say low THC, high CBD weed can help you with racing thoughts, and just always been someone it's, I don't know if I want to do that. Because where I live, it's not legal, so I won't do that. But, it would be nice to have something that helps with them racing thoughts that's not a narcotic, right? But, it is what it is, right? You deal with it for a week and then you're on the other side, basically. Some people deal with the acutes for longer, and I don't know what way that is. Body chemistry, everyone's different. I'm not sure. For me, I'm usually good by like 6-7 days. So, of course, I could be completely wrong this time. I don't know. But going to keep you guys tuned in. Sorry for the boring videos, but I use these to keep myself accountable, and hopefully anybody else out there can get encouragement from it. If not, you know what, it is what it is, right? So I'm not trying to go big on YouTube, so, but yeah, that's all I had on my mind today. Going 23 grams tonight. It should be a breeze. 22 tomorrow. 21 Thursday, 20 on Friday. Let's go through the weekend at 20, see how we feel, and then let's just start dropping it down. Let's get to single digits by April. Because I have a feeling, guys, that when I start dropping that dose down enough, and below 15 grams, I just have a feeling as I start getting lower and lower below that, I'm going to have to do it for a couple days. I'm going to have to stay at that gram for a few days, 4 days, 5 days even, on those lower doses just for my body to get used to it. I'm still at a pretty high dose, 23 grams a day. That's pretty high, right? But I'm taking it slow right now. So, but yeah, that's all I had, man. Rambled on long enough, I guess. So God bless you guys. Stay in the fight. Tapering is part of the fight. It is. So let's stay on our taper schedule and let's keep doing the things we got to do, right? And go to God. Go to God. He will guide you, help you, give you strength. Love you guys. God bless.